Hey, I'm Ken Carson with Xybix, and today I'm in a brand new hospital in Colorado Springs with UCHealth, and I want to kind of walk you around our station and show you some of the cool stuff that we have and why radiologists love what we build them. So I'm going to start with, I think, is the most important thing when we talk to radiologists. They love having the ability to sit or stand. Long hours at the desk, there's lots of concentrating, and let me walk you through how that works. So over here, I've got my hand controls that run everything up and down. Super easy to use. So this is going to run it down. I can run this one up, and then it's easy to get adjusted to right where you need it. So let's play around with that a little bit, and I can get this adjusted to my height here, and we'll just have some fun with it. Let's run it up to, I'm going to run the surface up here to about 107 for me, and I've got a good standing height, and then I've got the rear surface, let's say 114 from the floor. Now I don't have the monitors on here yet. They're out in the hallway getting ready to put on. But you can get an idea where I can get this adjustment for standing. And then it's very easy for me to run it down and get adjusted for sitting, and we can do that here in just a second too. Okay, so quick and easy, I'm gonna run it down to my best sitting position here, and it moves about 1.5 inches per second. So you're not wasting any time. Get it adjusted where you need to get adjusted to. And so I'm gonna run it down here, and then I am pretty much, yeah, I got it pretty close. I'm ready to go up. So I got it down to 73 on the front surface and 80 at the rear surface. So I have that height adjustment between the two surfaces to get the monitors when they get on here at the right position. So the ergonomics, very important to doctors, and they enjoy having the ability to get it to fit them just right. And of all people, they're viewing injuries here all the time. They understand the importance of getting it right for their own bodies, so they're not viewing themselves on here down the road. So in addition to having just the numbers that you can run it to through here and adjust as you can see there, we also have additional presets. And I've already preset 3 to where I was before at 73, and it stops there automatically. So I can do that with either surface no matter where I have it adjusted. So I'm gonna hold down the S, it blinks, so I'm gonna add that to 3, and then 87 is my rear surface adjustment. Easy and quick with the press of a button, you can get it to your best position right away. So probably the next best thing that the doctors love is our climate control. And what it does is it provides a personal climate for when you're at this position. This room temperature is set, and it is what it is, but with our climate control, we can adjust that and make yourself comfortable. So I'm gonna start out up here. I've got a fan right here, and that just controls through this hand control, super easy. And I can turn that fan on, I can direct the air where I wanna go, but I can cool myself off. Now, not everybody needs a fan, and not everybody's hot in the room. A lot of people are cold. So I've got in this hand control here, I push this button for heat, and then right here at the station, I've got 2 heaters. I've got one here, and I've got one here. In addition to having your heat and cooling at the station, there's another important thing, and we can control the background lighting here, which is called bias lighting. And that we can run through the hand control also, and I can turn that up and down where needed. So if the room is going to be set dark, we can have that nice glow behind the monitors. And one more thing we've got is the personal task light here. These are put down below the monitors so they don't affect the view of the monitors and wash anything out. And these are run through the hand control also on the other side. And you can see here I've got light on my hand, and this is all dimmable, so I can get those just right where I need them. But if I need to, I can brighten them up, read something, and go right back to work. So it works great for the radiologists. As I've heard before, cleanliness is next to godliness, but we like to keep you guys tidied up here. And what's nice here is I've got the shelf to put just personal things. I've got keys, a mask, and then I also have charging back here for phones. So there's 2 USB ports you can plug in, you can keep your phone charged, have it right there when you need it. And then there's also space for some laptops that can fit in there. You can fit your nice iPad in there. So you've got your personal storage area for all your equipment. It keeps everything clean, minimizes cables being strewn all over the place when you're trying to plug into the wall or plug over here. Just keeps everything perfect. Keeping the room clean is very important, and cable management is one of the key things to keep it organized and looking good and not having stuff dangling down like we talked about before. As you can see through here, I've got where the monitor is going to go here in a few days. So here I've got my monitor cables. These are HDMI for the large barcode. I've got power right here, so we've got short plug-ins. I've got cable management back here. I've got cable management going all the way around to the back, and that handles everything as the monitors are moved back and forth. So all the cables are clean and organized, and with the energy chain, as you move the monitors back and forth, they keep the cables right where they should be and they're not dangling out anywhere. So over on this side, we've designed these radiology stations with a little different shape than we have in some of our other 24/7 stations. And we did that because we want to have the computers close to the monitors and minimize that cable length. But I also just found out today that there's actually compliance out there where you're not allowed to put computers on the floor. And we're ahead of the curve on that. We're ready for that. So the computer's going to sit inside these cable straps, very similar to you see a tie down for a motorcycle. They're very heavy duty. They can handle heavyweight computers, and it mounts it here, goes up and down with the surface, but it keeps it off the floor, which is super important. So Xybix does more than just the radiology imaging desk. We've got a lot of other features we can put in the room. And here's a great example. It's just a personal locker in this room, and you got room to put some stuff on top. It's got a key code here, so each dock can have their own 3-number code in here. Mine would be 911, but hey, that's just me. And so inside of this, we got a cool thing. I've got a little feature in here. I've got a hook for your jacket. You can hang that up in the room. We've got room for there. And then I've got a shelf up here to just put miscellaneous stuff. You can put a laptop in there, just lock it up while you leave, go to lunch, whatever. So you've got these options here. And then the cool mail slot is you can put stuff in here and keep it locked. It's a nice secure locker for inside your room. So this surface will pick up 350 pounds. I'm happy I'm not at 350 pounds yet, but with my new grill, I'm working towards it. So it'll run me up from 22 inches up to 48 inches in height, and that happens to match the 5th to 95th percentile for the North American population of people. So part of the package with Xybix is getting it right, and we really enjoy working with people to make sure it's done right, and that includes our design services. And this is really pretty easy room. It's basically a 10 by 10 room. We've got the door over there, but we want to make sure it all fits. So we do put in effort to have a professional design even in this room. And we want to make sure we account for everything. Where's the power coming out of the wall? Where's the data coming out of the wall? I've got the locker over there. So even in a room like this, we spend a little time making sure it all fits. And we'll rotate things if we need to, et cetera, et cetera. Now, part of the design process also works really well when you're having 4, 5, 6 imaging desks in one room, and then we can help out with that. And our designers will get everything lined up so they're not too close to each other. In the past, radiologists worry about sound. Maybe we have social distancing now between the stations, between the people. So we've got lots of options that our design team works on for you to make sure you get it right. And we'll work on multiple revisions and go back and forth with you to get it to just where you guys want it. So that's an important part of the Xybix process, is the beginning of it, design process. A lot of fun, put a little effort into it, and it pays off. So what's important in a room like this, radiologist, is best practices. And you want to pick out the right wall colors, and you want to pick out non-reflective matte finishes, and this gray is fantastic for that. So this was all thought out purposefully to get in here. And we have other color options, but this one works really well. This gray, I love it. Thank you for watching this video. I think you can see how much we love helping people get fit in their position, especially these doctors. Very important job. So if you got questions about this, a new hospital, radiology centers, things like that, hit us up. We're here to help.